Okay, let's just jump right in. There's this hidden digital threat out there that could be on your machine right now, and you'd have no idea. And here's the crazy part. It's not after your data, it's not trying to steal your passwords. This thing, this silent thief, it wants something way more basic, your computer's power. And if you're thinking, how big of a deal can this be? Well, get a load of this number, 659%. That's how much cryptojacking attacks surged in just 1 year. That's not just a jump, that's an absolute explosion. We're talking about one of the fastest growing cyber threats on the planet. So, how does something grow that fast? Well, it's simple, really. It's because the attack is practically invisible. It just spreads quietly, all over the world, hopping from your home PC to huge corporate networks, all while staying completely off the radar. All right, so what are we actually talking about here? The name cryptojacking kind of gives the game away, right? It's a mashup of crypto and hijacking. You know, when you think of a cyber attack, you probably picture ransomware, right? Your screen locks up, there's a big scary message demanding money. Cryptojacking is the total opposite. It's designed to be completely silent. See, the longer it stays hidden, the more cash it makes for the hacker. Its only job is to secretly use your device's power, just humming along in the background while you're checking email or watching videos. And this is seriously the best way to picture it. It's like someone snuck into your house, plugged their own stuff into your outlets, and is just siphoning away your electricity. They're stealing your computer's horsepower and your actual electricity. And you're the one who gets stuck with a super slow machine and a higher power bill. You're literally paying for them to make money. Okay, so how does this digital parasite even get onto your devices in the first place? Well, they've got a few favorite tricks up their sleeve. Generally, it boils down to one of three main ways they turn your computer into their own personal cash machine. First up, and probably the most common, is the browser-based attack. This is kind of like a drive-by. You just visit a sketchy website, maybe one that's been hacked, and bam, a script starts using your computer to mine crypto. The second you close that browser tab, it's gone. Then you've got the more sinister version, file-based. This is where you get tricked into downloading some malware, maybe from an email, and it installs a miner that just lives on your computer. And then there's the big leagues, cloud attacks. This is where they go after huge cloud servers. I mean, they even got into Tesla's cloud servers a few years back to do this stuff. No one is immune. All right, let's get to the most important part, right? How do you know if this is happening to you? Because it's so sneaky, the signs can be pretty subtle, but they are there if you know what to look for. So seriously, take a second and think. Have any of these things been happening to your computer lately? It's so easy to brush them off one at a time, but when you see them all together, they start to tell a pretty worrying story. And this is what makes it so tricky. Your computer slows to a crawl, starts getting really hot for no reason, the fans are just blasting at full speed. What's the first thing you think? Oh, this thing is just getting old, right? But here's the dead giveaway. Check your task manager or activity monitor. If your CPU usage is pegged at or near 100% when you're basically doing nothing, that's a huge red flag. It's a sign something in the background is secretly running your machine into the ground. Okay, enough of the doom and gloom. The good news is you're not powerless here. Not at all. You can totally fight back, and it's not even that hard. So here's your game plan. Look, this isn't some super technical stuff only a computer genius can do. It's really just 4 basic steps of good digital hygiene that'll drastically cut your risk. First, get some good anti-malware software and keep it running. That's your first line of defense. Second, update everything. Your OS, your browser, your plugins. Updates patch the security holes these guys love to wiggle through. Third, get a good ad blocker or an anti-mining extension for your browser. Something like uBlock Origin is amazing at just stopping those website scripts dead in their tracks. And finally, just pay attention. If your device suddenly feels off, investigate. But you know how this goes. It's a constant cat and mouse game. As we get smarter about protecting our computers and servers, the attackers are always one step ahead looking for the next easy target. And their new playground? The Internet of Things. I mean, just think about it for a second. How many smart devices do you have? Your TV, your security cameras, maybe even your doorbell or your fridge. These things are everywhere, and honestly, their security is often pretty terrible. For an attacker, this is a gold mine. They see a massive, untapped army of tiny computers just waiting to be hijacked. Sure, one smart bulb doesn't have much power, but millions of them working together? That's a supercomputer. So it really brings us to this final question, one we all need to think about. This silent threat, it's always evolving. It started in our web browsers, but it's heading for our smart homes next. In this quiet, invisible war for our own digital resources, being aware, being vigilant, that's not just a good idea. It's pretty much the only real defense we've got.